Well, we had about just a hair under 4/10 of rain last night, so no field work today. I'm going to get these planters out and just get them all ready to go, get everything greased, looked over, fill up the tractors, so that when it's dry, they're ready to roll. Now time for a little grease. You know, I've just realized that holding a camera and running a grease gun just isn't meant to be, so I'm gonna get this thing greased and I'll see you afterwards. Yay, I need another tube, so that's always fun. Hit about 3 grease circs and then you run out of grease. Happens every time. Tractor's greased, the planter's greased. Dad got his stuff all situated, and I'm holding up the fuel line right now, so I better get out of his way so he can get filled up. Yep, put a little bit of the good stuff in here. The really corrosive, disgusting liquid, otherwise known as death. It's starting to rain, or heavy mist, so he's pulling that planter back in the shed. I've got to get this forklift out of the way. We were going to swap out the boxes on the tender, but it's raining, so not doing that. Geez, I didn't know it was gonna rain like this. Dad and I gotta grease the trash movers on this 24 row, so heading in here to do that. So all we had to do here is, see if I can get a light. See that grease circ right there? Each one of them trash movers has a grease circ. Went through them all, hit them all, and after we hit about our first 2 or 3, we had to replace a tube of grease. And then after we did about 2 more after that, we had to replace the battery. So, the sun came out for a little bit, the rain quit, and I'm not sure now what we're gonna do. Well, Dad's in there laying stripes with the floor sweeper, and I'm gonna head home this afternoon. I got a lot of editing to do to get kind of caught up, so it's not a very nice day, much to do anyway. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, it's not the next day, it's actually 2 days after. But as you can tell, what a beautiful day. And Dad went uptown this morning. He got a couple of bearings for the trash movers. I'm gonna back this planter out of here, pull it in the shop, and see which ones all need replaced and start getting after it. So you see how nice this one spins? Freely spins. This one, same thing. Now look at this one. I've really gotta crank on it to get it turned. So I'm just kind of going through. You can see, I mean, there ain't too many of them that need change. See, these ones are a little bit tight. That one kind of freed up a little bit, but this one's kind of tight. It sure ain't as tight as that other one. But I'm gonna go through and pinpoint which ones all need replaced and take them off and start working on it. So for those of you that aren't sure what these are for, they're trash movers. So they move trash out of the way while you're planting. We don't run these too low. They don't really turn that often at all. They're set at a point to where they move the trash that needs moved and they do its job. So, I mean, it's not plowing dirt, and these aren't like the newer planters where we can adjust these from the cab. It's just a pin. So there's a bunch of different settings here, and I've got this hammer so I can knock this pin out because it's kind of solid. So we don't have these on the bean planter because our bean planter's 15-inch rows, so these are 30. And so there'd be another one in between this for our bean planter. And if you've got these trash movers on and it moves trash out of the way, what's it gonna do? It's gonna move it right into this row. So it will not work for 15-inch. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off because this is one that does not turn very good. It's pretty solid. So take this pin out of here, drop this off, take it over, and Dad will be here shortly with the bearings. Well, we've got some bearings. Looks like Dad picked up a couple of new hammers too. Boxes inside more boxes. So what that is the conversion to make our auger on that seed tender hydraulic swing. Since that auger's so big, it is just a lot to handle. And if you're parked on an incline in the ditch and you're wanting to load the planter, that auger will get away from you and you could really tear some stuff up if that happens. So we decided to get the conversion with the hydraulic swing just to make things a lot better. And I don't know, I'm the one loading the planter all the time. I'm not the strongest guy in the area, so it'll be a lot easier for me to load the planter.
You even need to take that off, I'm wondering.
Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
That there's got to come off or something.
Well, we've got the new bearing in there, bolts through, spacers in, and I'm putting the nut on right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that thing tight, and this thing will be ready to go back on the planter. Well, that's all done, and all these other ones look okay. Guess it wasn't even worth bringing this whole planter in here, but oh well. Ain't much else to do. It's been pouring down rain all day long, and just kind of crappy out, so guess we got to empty out the rock box. But other than that, this thing can be put out in the cold storage shed and wait till it's fit. Been raining pretty good, so it might be a few days, although next week's looking pretty darn good for drying and warm weather wise, so I'm sure we'll be running next week. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not as exciting as the other ones I've been putting out while we're in the field, but as you can see, it's gonna be a couple days or a little while before we get back in the field. So hit that sub button if you haven't already, like the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.